I know that sometimes you feel a growing anguish in your chest, and that this may be slowly killing you. This can be the result of living a reality altered by someone else. I invite you to watch this video until the end. I have faith that my message will bring you back to a state of mind where you will feel happier and more satisfied. Before continuing, I would like to give a quick message. I have published my second book, and you can read it for free if you have Kindle Unlimited. In it, I take you on a journey to the wild Brazil of the Discovery era, a mystical adventure told through the eyes of Isaac, a boy who fights to preserve his family's religious traditions away from the Inquisitor's eyes. One day, while trying to escape a beating, he seeks refuge in the forest and is captured by warrior indigenous people. He only escapes the pot because the gigantic king of the Tupinambas, the devourer Cunhambebe, senses a mystical smell in the boy's blood. Embark on Caravel of Fire and see how Isaac's story and his adventures in the Brazilian jungle end. The first thing I would advise you to do is to remove social media apps from your smartphone. Without a doubt, social media is the greatest destroyer of your productivity. They produce excessive distractions that steal your attention, break your train of thought, and contribute to increased procrastination. According to Epictetus in his Enchiridion, happiness and freedom begin with a clear understanding of one principle. Some things are within our control, and some things are not. Social media, with its algorithms designed to be addictive, represents a loss of control over our own attention and well-being. Remember that social media algorithms are trained by artificial intelligence to always give you a little more of what your brain, addicted to easy dopamine, wants. This makes the process of quitting these apps as difficult as stopping eating sweets or fast food. Do this gradually by making access to the apps more difficult, disabling automatic login, for example. When you work, leave your phone face down so you are not captured by notifications. The daily tasks you consider boring and repetitive should be broken down into smaller goals. For example, reading a book. People who want to develop the habit of reading will be more successful if, instead of setting high goals like reading a chapter a day, they reduce it to reading a page a day. Micro challenges are a good vaccine against procrastination. According to Dale Carnegie in How to Win Friends and Influence People, our success secret is that we never give up. By improving 1% every day at the end of 100 days, you will have become a completely different person. Quit social media today and develop an uplifting habit like reading. From 1 to 1%, in just over 3 months, you will have completely changed your perspective. But you are mistaken if you think that procrastination and lack of productivity caused by scrolling through social media feeds are the biggest problems for those who consume this type of content uncontrollably. Another problem that is depressing people is the excess of comparison. Nowadays, there are thousands of influencers who use filters to falsify their physical image, imprinting new unrealistic beauty standards on our subconscious. According to the Bible, in Galatians 6:4-5, each one should test their own actions. Then they can take pride in themselves alone without comparing themselves to someone else. Marriages are destroyed by men who stop valuing their wives and place all their energy idolizing unreal images of women fabricated by filters, who probably do not even know they exist. On the other hand, women start idolizing behavior standards or even prosperity of men on the internet, which is often also false. By trying to project this onto their husbands, they cause frustration and demands far beyond what they can bear at the moment. Start exercising gratitude. Be grateful for your spouse, your children, your health, having a roof over your head, and food in the refrigerator. Perhaps the life you have today is the dream of many people. Try starting the day with a smile, as this will instinctively make your brain strive to be consistent with your attitude, and happiness will come from practicing this simple habit. Fake it until you make it. Do not let yourself be carried away by routine, and do not work too much. When you are on your deathbed, the only people who will remember how much you worked and were absent will be your children. I have never seen anyone who is saying goodbye to this life regret not working more or not having owned a certain car. Regrets are always related to loved ones. When I was a child, I received a video game and started playing it frenetically. I remember my younger brother, who was still wearing diapers, struggling to walk behind the shelf where the television was and unplugging it. He would turn to me and say, "The power is out, let's play now." My brother died of meningitis at the age of 3, and my only regret was not having played more with him and less with the video game. Today, I have all the games from that time on my computer and rarely take time to play. However, my brother is no longer within my reach. I have a son the same age my brother was when he died, and I fight every day not to deny him the attention that one day I denied my little brother. Do not neglect your children. Govern your home. If you do not take control of your family, someone with bad intentions will. Uninstall social media. Take time to talk to your spouse. Give attention to your children while they are still young, because the older they get, the less important you become to them. You will gradually lose your place as the most loved to friends, colleagues, music stars, actors. Reduce sugar consumption, start walking, and then running. Remember that every journey begins with a step, and you are the only one who can take that first step. Start creating habits that you will be proud to have. Model great men, discover what habits they have, and start treading the same path. The man who moved mountains began by carrying small stones, wrote Confucius. Take care of yourself and your family so that one day, when your time comes, you will have lived a life without regrets.